Good morning. Welcome you all to today's class. Today's topic of discussion is modernity in Europe and emergence of sociology. It means how modernity developed in Europe and how because of modernity sociology also developed in European society. You see, before teaching you in detail how sociology was originated in Europe, first of all, I will be telling you the fact that what is modernity? What is the meaning of modernity? How modernity developed in different parts of the world and exclusively in European society. All these things I will be discussing. First, listen. Modernity has been derived from the Latin root that is modo, M-O-D-O, modo. What do we mean by modo? Modo means just now, the recent, the latest. Means anything which has happened very recently, very latestly, that is called modern. I will be telling you the fact that modernity refers to the state of mind of a person as well as the state of affairs of a society which can be explained on the basis of certain attributes. What are the attributes of modernity? First, I am telling you spirit of freedom. Second, critical consciousness. Third, emancipatory quest. Fourth, vertical mobility. Fifth, wide ranging exposure. These are the 5 important features, character or attributes of modernity. So as I told you earlier, modernity refers to the state of mind of a person as well as the state of affairs of a society which can be explained on the basis of all these 5 features that I discussed just 1 minute before. You see, we say a person is modern. Who is a modern person? Modern person is a person who is having this type of mentality that I discussed 5 points. We say a society is modern. Which society is modern? The society in which all these 5 points that I discussed earlier is found to be existing, that is called modern society. So you see, actually before making a detailed discussion about it, just I want to clear certain misconception that is existing in the mind of the people in different parts of our country and all over the world. What is that? Actually, by modern society we think the recent society, or by modernization we think it's a very recent process, latest process, because Latin root modo, from Latin root modo modernization or modernity has come. Therefore we think modernization is a very recent process or a very latest process. But I will be telling you the fact, no, modernization is not a recent process, nor it is a latest process, rather it is a historical process. It's a historical process. How, that I will be discussing after a few minutes. First I am explaining the features of modernity. Once you understand the features of modernity, then you will be able to understand what modernization is all about. You see, first is spirit of freedom. First feature of modernity is spirit of freedom. So modernity allows freedom to every person. A society is modern, the society in which every person is having the spirit of freedom. Second, critical consciousness. Second feature is critical consciousness. What is critical consciousness? Critical consciousness means it mounts a pressure upon the people for not taking the things for granted, rather asking a question why. So critical consciousness says you not to take the things for granted but ask a question why. I am citing an example just to make you understand that critical consciousness. Just you come to context of traditional Indian rural society. in traditional Indian rural society, many types of superstitious practices were prevailing. What is that? You see, suppose a person is moving in the street. While he was moving in the street, he observed the fact that a cat crossed across the street. As a cat crossed across the street, right now the person who is a conservative person, he started thinking, my tradition says to stop on the road after observing a cat. So he stopped on the road. Then he took some backward movement, backward leap. Then he started moving forward. This is a superstitious practice that was existing in traditional India. To some extent it is also existing in some remote villages, also even today in India. So this is the practice, but I am applying critical consciousness to this practice. What is that critical consciousness? Critical consciousness says, don't take the things for granted. Ask a question, why? So you asked a question to yourself, why I will stop after watching a cat crossed across the street? What is the logic behind it? Cat is an animal. Cat is a domestic animal. I am a social animal. So why human being will stop after watching the cat, which is a domestic animal or wild animal, whatever you say? There is no logic behind it. So if you rejected this by applying logic, this is called critical consciousness. So in single sentence, I would be repeating the meaning of critical consciousness by saying the fact that critical consciousness mounts a pressure upon you for not taking the things for granted. Ask a question, why? If you are getting the answer to your question on the basis of logic and rationality, you accept it, or else you reject the practice. Then the third feature of modernity is, that is wide-ranging exposure. What is that wide-ranging exposure? Means modern society says, you keep on moving in different parts of the world. You see the whole world, not only in your own perspective, but also in the perspective or in views of other people. So in this way, you see, modernity enhances the exposure of the people. Modernity gives you a wider vision, a broader perspective. That is called wide-ranging exposure. Then third feature of modernity is vertical mobility. Vertical mobility. What is that vertical mobility? You see, you know, the line which is perpendicular to the surface of the earth, that is called vertical line. So vertical mobility says that a person can move from this position to this position if he is having potential, talent. If a person is born in a rich family but devoid of potential, his position will be reduced. Getting my point? So in this way, I am telling you, vertical mobility means it encourages the talented people to compete, and in the process of competition, by utilizing their talent, their position will be improved or upgraded. And people, those who are devoid of talent but born in a rich family, their position will be degraded because they are lacking talent. So in this way, vertical mobility basically gives emphasis on achievement oriented society. So in this way, I discussed that modernity, again I am repeating, refers to the state of mind of a person as well as the state of affairs of a society, which can be explained on the basis of spirit of freedom, critical consciousness. Third point, emancipatory quest, that I will be discussing after a few minutes. Then fourth one is wide-ranging exposure, and fifth one is vertical mobility. So what is emancipatory quest? You see, emancipation means liberation. So what is that liberation quest? You see, in traditional Europe, there was existing racialism, black and white discrimination, or in traditional Indian society, there was existing caste system. Because of racialism in Europe, black were having subordinated position, lower position, white were having superordinated position, and come to context of India, because of the very persistence and prevalence of caste system, what was happening? The Dalit people were having a subordinated or but lower position, inferior position. On the contrary, the Brahmin people, they were having higher position. So in this way, people, those who are at the bottom, like Dalit in India or black in Europe, they were suffering a lot. And modernity says nobody would suffer on account of his birth. So people, those who are at the bottom, their position must be upgraded and uplifted. So this is called emancipatory quest. So in this way, a person whose mindset is characterized by all the 5 principles that I discussed, that person is called modern person. And a society where all these 5 points are found to be existing, that society is also called modern society. And right now come back to the question that I was discussing earlier, the point that I was discussing earlier. I told you earlier that modernization is not a recent process, rather it is a historical process. What is modernization? Just I am telling you, modernize plus ation, that is called modernization. Modernize means to spread the attribute of modernity. Ation means process. So the process by which the attributes of modernity is getting diffused into the mindset of a society, that process is called modernization. And I will be telling you the fact that modernization is not a recent process. It is not the latest process, though modo means latest or recent. Why? You see, the process of change in which logic is applied, that process is called modernization. Because at the center of modernity is logic. Critical consciousness means that is logic. So the process at the center of which stands the concept modernity or stands the concept logic, that process is called modernization. So modernization is not the recent process or latest process, rather it is a historical process. How? I am citing substantial example from different contexts just to make you understand the process of modernization. You see, once upon a time, our ancestors were living in caves. Caveman, you might have studied in history. So once upon a time, human being was living in cave. Subsequently, he took the decision of discarding the cave life and started constructing houses. So while our ancestors discarded cave life and started constructing house, there also the logic was reflected in their thought. So in this way, discarding cave life and constructing house is also the case of modernization. Then you think, once upon a time, our ancestors, they were walking long distances on foot for the purpose of reaching in different places. Subsequently, what happened? They started constructing bullock cart. So while bullock cart was constructed and human being preferred to travel by bullock cart, not by walking or running, there also modernity was reflected or logic was reflected. So constructing bullock cart is also a case of modernization. Subsequently, what happened? Our ancestors, they started manufacturing bicycle. They started discarding bullock cart and started riding bicycle. So discarding bullock cart and riding bicycle is also equally a case of modernization. Subsequently, technology developed and we people started manufacturing motorcycle, four-wheeler, and at the moment we started discarding bicycle and started driving motorcycle and four-wheeler, there is also modernity reflected. So that process is also called modernization. So in this way I am dispelling the confusion that persists in mind of the people that modernization means it's a recent process. Not like that. Even I can say people in traditional society, some of them were also very modern people. For example, you see, once upon a time there was existing a religious belief, or there was persisting a religious thought that at the center of the universe is the earth. You might have studied in history. That is called geocentric universe. So there was existing religious belief that at the center of the universe is earth. But this is Copernicus who for the first time declared that it is not the earth which is at the center of universe, rather it is the sun which is at the center of the universe. So subsequently what happened? Galileo came forward. Galileo also declared the same thing, held the view of Copernicus. With the passage of time, as you have studied in history, Socrates also came forward. Socrates also held the same view that at the center of the universe is not the earth but the sun. So in this way, these three philosophers, they transformed the geocentric universe, geo means earth, earth-centric universe, into heliocentric universe, helio means sun-centric universe. In this way, we also see modernity in mind of Galileo, Copernicus and Socrates. I am citing a few examples from India, though I am discussing a topic related to Europe. You see, once upon a time in our society, there was existing sati system. This is Raja Ram Mohan Rai, who declared that sati system is nothing except murdering a widow, and he mount pressure of substantial magnitude upon British authority for stopping sati system. While that was done by Raja Ram Mohan Rai, I see modernity in mind of Raja Ram Mohan Rai. You know, there was persisting a belief once upon a time that if a Hindu goes abroad, he would die. You know, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, while he took the decision of going abroad, the caste council of his locality issued a notice that no, you cannot go abroad. Gandhi, by applying his own approach, appealing means ethical conversion of enemy approach that I will discuss later. Anyhow, he rejected that view of the caste council as per Gandhian approach and took the decision of going abroad. Apart from that, I can cite an example. You see that there was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar organized one event, historical movement that is called Mahad Satyagraha. In Mahad Satyagraha, he burnt a copy of Manusmriti. Why? Because in Manusmriti, caste-ridden principle was promoted. So, Dr. Ambedkar burnt Manusmriti, a copy of Manusmriti, not with the objective of hurting the religious sentiment of Hindus, but with a mentality of challenging the irrational, unscientific, illogical caste system. All the three examples that I cited, in all the three examples, modernity was reflected. In this way, I see modernity in Raja Ram Mohan Rai, I see modernity in young Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, I see modernity in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar the moment he set fire on the one copy of Manusmriti. So in this way, in our everyday activity, we find lots of examples of modernity. And I will be telling you, at the center of modernity is the principle of logic or rationality. So, how that modernity developed in Europe, and how because of emergence of modernity, tremendous change of significant magnitude took place in Europe, and because of it, sociology was formally originated in Europe. all these things. Even in this context, I would discuss Enlightenment movement, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution, then women's movement in Europe, urbanization in Europe, development of science and scientism in Europe. All these processes of change are based on the principle of modernity, and because of all these processes that took place in European society, so sociology was developed in European society in the 19th century, that I will discuss in the next class. So let me wind up my class for today. Thank you a lot for watching this program. Thank you.